Hey guys, so thank you for tuning in to another Yostbuilt video. Today we're picking up the CSX. So for the last 2 weeks the CSX has been at our local fabricator shop. He's been doing a intake pipe for the turbo, he's been doing a downpipe for the exhaust, and a fender exit. Alright, so let's take a look. We got a little bumper exit right here. We got our nice little 3-inch vibrant mandrel bent stainless steel downpipe. Got all the intercooler piping done. So for those of you that this is your first time on my channel, this is our 87 Carroll Shelby CSX. It's an experimental car made by Carroll Shelby based off of a Dodge Shadow. This is number 437.
Driving this through something.
Alright, so like I was saying, if you haven't followed our channel and seen what's done to this thing, it is a 2.4 swapped motor out of a Chrysler Caravan with a 428 head. The head has pretty much everything you can do to it, big valves, everything. It has a set of Crowler Stage 2s, it has forged pistons and forged rods, it has a Borg Warner S363, and now we have a custom front motor mount, custom bumper exit, and an actual intake for the car. Right now this is the first time I drove it. That was the first startup I just showed in the video, and we also put a Braille 7-pound or 8-pound battery in it. And funny thing is, our machine guy builds parts for Supras, for Titan Motorsports and stuff like that, and he gave us a Supra battery hold down for our new Braille battery. It's pretty hilarious, and I think it's going to be like the best part of the car, and everyone's going to get a good laugh out of that. But this setup is still on the stock 8-valve electronics, and we're just going to get it back to my dad's house right now, look over everything, you know, make sure everything is good, and then coming up soon we're going to get this thing tuned, turn it up, and see if we can make 500-600 horsepower. This car weighs around 2,600 pounds, 2,700 pounds. So, you know, theoretically the old motor, the little 8-valve, which you can go back and check out some of my old videos and see us doing passes in it, those things are known to make around 270, 280 horsepower, but they make great torque. This motor should make basically what an SRT4 would make, but even more, because of course it has a built head and a big turbo. So let me enjoy this drive back, and I'll get an update once we get back to my dad's house. Alright, so we have some bad news. I fixed the oil leak for the turbo and started the car back up, and the valve train makes a lot of noise. So ever since we've put these cams in, the valve train's been seeming to make a lot more noise. We just pulled the valve cover, and this is what we see. So it appears that the whole time the motor's been running, literally it's been running on the assembly lube in the head. There's absolutely no oil getting to the head. So since we weren't aware of that, what we're gonna have to do, pull the whole turbo kit back off, pull the intake manifold back off, which has been made pretty easy by using V-bands on everything, and the intake manifold is just a bunch of 12 millimeters, and take the head off, figure out our issue. Alright, so running the motor with no oil has scratched the or scarred the cam journals. That's the worst one right there, and you get a little bit right here and a little bit right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this head off, take it back to the machine shop, have him fix those, and in the process it left little marks on the cams, but you can see my fingernail doesn't catch. You can see they're still pretty smooth. So these should be able to get micro polished. We won't have an issue with them, but it's part of building race cars that nobody's done before, or part of building setups that nobody's done before. It's just like when I first started doing G22s and Accords. You gotta learn as you go, man. It's part of the game. So we messed up in two ways. we had the head gasket upside down, and we had no dowel pins in the motor. These dowel pins pretty much hold the head from moving around, which means this motor would have blown the head gasket sooner or later anyways. We're flooring it already.
Oh, he's ahead of me.
Uh-oh!
He had a head start.
Uh-oh, PT power?
He had a head start. I need hit the gas to throw around the corner.
Alright, so we got the dowel pins in it. We got the head gasket flipped. We're putting it back together, and just put the head back on, got it torqued down. Loosely put the V-band on it for there. Loosely put the T-bolt couplers for there. So it kind of looks like it's back together. I'm going to take a little sand paper and clean up these journals a little bit. My brother already did some work on them. Just want to clean off all the scarring just to make sure the cams are good when we put them back together. But I'm going to reassemble this whole thing. You've already seen me take it apart and put it back together a few times, so I'm not going to record all that. But get it back together and get her started. So what I'm going to do to fix the little bit of scarring that is right here and right here and right here on this cams is I'm going to get 1500 grit sandpaper and just lightly sand each of the surfaces until you cannot fill the lines with your fingers. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to do the same to the head on just the surfaces where the cams touch, and then I'll reinstall these cams. So it's been about 2 hours now. It's a beautiful night out here in Florida. Crazy amount of mosquitoes. Just got done doing the timing, got the whole top end back together. Turbo kit's all mounted, everything's solid. Exhaust is mounted. I had to pull that O2 sensor out to get the conversion mount off. And with this new front motor mount that I mentioned earlier, we got fabbed up. Literally, you don't even need the side mount. The car holds itself perfectly fine. I did all the intercooler piping, everything. I just got to put the distributor back on, valve cover, put the side mount back on, and then fire her back up. Well guys, just put water in it. About to do the first test fire. Battery's plugged in. Supra. This car's Supra. Priming the fuel system. I don't see any leaks. That's good. That's going to be it for tonight. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the content on the CSX. It's really crazy when you build a project car. Not everything goes right. Until the next one.